Hello, party people or every pony, since I am doing a lot of infection use. I'm dying now because I'm tired, I'm dying, and tweaking. Um, this is Swamp Virus Part 1.5. Um, I think Part 1.5 is the first one, so yeah. More information on the. Hey! More information on the virus. The virus is a mutated strain of swamp fever. While it follows the same basic principles, it is deadlier, spreads faster, and does not respond to a previous cure. Flash bee honey. The mutated strain has a stronger drive to reproduce. Airborne spores produced once the brain is eaten away. It acts more like a parasite, using ponies as a host to grow and spread. Although the mutated strain has 5 general stages, the symptoms develop differently. The process is more of a gradual chain. No victim is the same, but they all will suffer equally. A pony contracts swamp fever either by spores in the air or spores from the blood, saliva, or internal substance of a stage 3 or further entering their bloodstream. Stage 1. Orange blisters begin to form. The pony begins to feel typical symptoms of a fever. Blisters do not stop growing and burst when they become too large. Stage 2. Blisters burst from the open wounds. Left leaves begin to sprout. Leaves can be plucked, but they will eventually regrow. Pony begins to gain insatiable appetite, but rather than gaining weight, it is rapidly lost with strength and energy. Stage 3, the leaves begin to grow internally, beginning with the lungs and the gut, causing nausea, coughing. As the body tries to flush out the leaves, it will not work. The pony has begun to get so hungry, it begins to lose all rational thought. Stage 4, the pony begins rapid limb growth from inside, tearing skin that can no longer fit. The pony's brain has been fully eaten away, and the bones of the pony become brittle, fusing with the muscles and skin to replicate a wood-like texture. This pony is too dangerous and has begun to spread airborne spores. Just being near a stage 4 infected pony can get you can be gone. Stage 5, final stage. Flesh of the pony has fully fused together, causing them to be immobile, and after a few days, the will no longer have the brain activity to feel the pain of growing at extremely fast rates. Tree! Oh, hi, Eyeball. Hi, dear. Swamp fever is a virus in the original TV show, where you slowly begin to turn to a tree. The cure is flash bee honey, but here the virus has mutated. Flash bee honey is no longer effective, and the virus is more easily spread to heighten the aggression from the mutation. Ponyville has only so many left. Okay, she's immune. Huh. I like her design. It's so amazing. Amazing. I love it. I want to see the changeling infection. Okay, catching the original strain of swamp fever has made her immune to the new virus mutation. However, she can still spread it if she carries spores, so she cleans herself vigorously before taking out infected ponies. Nobody deserves to live like that. Death is a mercy. Hair, Uh, status immune, sanity 80, stable. Health 89, stable. Hair chopped off after it got snagged in an infected branch. She cannot let herself be slowed down. She cannot let anyone else suffer. Not anymore. She tried to spare infected animals in the beginning until she got attacked by an infected bear. She's learned how emotional attachments get you hurt. No word from this geared Yuri. Alright, Applejack. Status exhausted. 76 unstable. 88 stable. Has not accepted Dash's fate. Rainbow Dash. Infected early stage 2. 82 stable. Health 65 dropping. Has accepted her fate. No. I do carry. Apple is in charge of the fortified shelter of Sweet Apple Labor. Many died and got infected along the way, but it's relatively safe as long as they don't learn how to climb. Is less okay about Dash's infection than Dash's, but Dash is smiling, so she feels compelled to do it back. Apple broke her leg in an accident after the weak spot in the wall was exploited. The infected broke in, and she was so focused on the well was in front of her, she was nearly bitten. Dash came to help, recklessly fighting like she'd been doing up until the point, but playing hero didn't get her too far. Applejack blames herself for Rainbow getting bit, and she helps hide it from the others until it got too obvious. Now she keeps Dash hidden in her shed. Can't find Apple Bloom. She's stressed and torn on where her priorities should be. She's always tattered with minor cuts and bruises. She's constantly working to keep everyone safe around her safe, and paying attention to herself as a result. Little attention to herself as a result. One second, I gotta get water. All right. Applejack got bitten while being recklessly saving Applejack. Extremely painful blister-like spores have begun to spread across her legs, and petals have begun to sprout from the original wound, marking the start of stage 2. She's in constant pain, but tries her best not to show it for Applejack's sake, trying to crack a joke and keep her smiling. She's not afraid of dying. She's had a couple days to come to terms with the fact that she won't make it before there's a cure. She's more afraid of losing herself, becoming one of them, and has made Apple a promise to kill her once all her sanity is gone. Blood has gotten thicker and darker, and her cutie mark is mysteriously fading. Her, uh, she's losing weight alarmingly fast, despite her appetite practically doubling. It's her body using up energy, working to fight off the virus, or it's transforming into something else. Twilight. Ooh, Twilight is Pinky. Oh wait, no. I hate it when it goes to the end. Oh, what the freaky deaky? Can we just talk about this thing? I love, I love this. Yeah. All right. Rarity. Status healthy. Sanity 89. Stable. Health 100. Stable. Rarity was with Twilight in Canterlot when the virus struck. Celestia put the entire city on lockdown, a massive shield over everything to keep everyone safe. Rarity has made it her mission to get out of Canterlot and find her friends. She has no idea how dangerous the virus is. Celestia has kept everyone in the dark, but she knows it's airborne. Her hair is tied up out of the way, and she wears a mask in preparation to find a way out of Canterlot. She knows it's dangerous, but she must find her friends and her sister. She just hopes Twilight is okay. She's tried to write to Sweetie multiple times. No reply. She can't leave her alone all the way in Ponyville. She hopes for her safety. Twilight, patient 0, stage 4, 42, declining. Declining. I'm sorry. Oh, Twilight. Celestia, healthy, sanity 100, health 100. Luna, healthy, sanity 87, health 100. Luna. Luna disagrees with how her sister is handling things and how ponies are being kept in the dark, but she does not have the strength or courage to stand up to Celestia, at least not completely. She was helping Twilight try and figure out what she'd caught. Twilight was searching for something in the Everfree, something the forest didn't want to be found. Didn't want to be found. Sorry. By the time she figured out it was swamp fever, Luna sent for Flashbeam honey water right away. It didn't work. No amount of it worked, and the infection grew to something beyond what was in books. She keeps her alive despite her agony. She seems more docile than the rest. Maybe it's due to her inhaling spores and being bitten, making her body process it slower. Twilight spends her time attempting to hide. She no longer drinks or eats, despite showing signs of extreme malnutrition and dehydration. She has not begun to spread spores. Maybe if you like inhale the spores, then like you don't get it. Like you don't spread the spores. She believes Luna's search for a cure is a waste of time and too risky. She will not be known as the princess who let this happen to her kingdom, and is willing to do whatever necessary to shift the blame away from herself. Celestia has locked down the entire city of Canterlot and will then bring up a shield when need be. They will wait it out. She cannot risk her kingdom and her legacy wasting resources on a cure. To avoid panic, she has downplayed the severity of the virus. They are safe in Camelot. Is aware Luna is creating plans against her, writing to further cities for aid, but she is confident Luna will never truly stand up. So there's coward, there's fool. All right. I need them. I need Pinkie Pie. Pinkie. No, is that Lemon Hearts or Lemon Hearts has completely lost herself. The bit of herself left has not caught up with the state of her body, knowing she must hide, but all the doors are locked. She's confused and delirious and so hungry. Pinkie Pie is missing. Oh, Pinkie senses. She told us something was coming. We didn't listen. Short post? That's okay. Okay, no. No. Scootaloo killed Apple Bloom. Dead. Sanity 0, health 0. 35, 95. Apple Bloom was infected unknowingly by inhaling spores, and early on, before any of the girls understood how much of a danger it was, once Apple Bloom began to lose herself, she'd black out, become more violent and starving. Her body began to rot, the infection taking onto her more internally, which likely led to how her brain began to get eaten away. Despite both Scootaloo and Sweetie Belle restraining Apple Bloom, she eventually twisted her way through, tearing the rotting skin out of her underbelly and lashing out. Scootaloo reacted out of fear and instinct, taking her, but due to how weak the infection made Apple Bloom, and being a filly making her even more so, she died on impact. Scootaloo didn't mean to kill her. Sweetie Belle left immediately after this incident, upset and scared after watching one of her best friends die to Scootaloo's hoof, not hand. Well, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna be mean, but I'm gonna say hoof instead of hand. One of her best friends died to Scootaloo's hoof. Where she went off to her sister's boutique. Scootaloo doesn't know where she went. Left alone in the treehouse with Apple Blue's rotting corpse, it is too much of a shock. In too much of a shock to really do anything about it, or anything at all for that matter. She wants to go home. Sweetie Belle, healthy, sanity 90, 76 unstable, health 100 stable. Lemon Hearts, infected, stage 4, sanity 12 dropping, health 32 dropping. Locked up in Sweetie Belle. Locked up in Rarity's boutique, scared but physically okay. She keeps watch at the window all day in case Rarity comes back. She's running out of supplies, however. She won't last much longer without going outside. She's lost herself completely. I already read this. Pinkie Pie is missing. Oh, that is such a yummy spike design. I'm a. Oh wait, that was. It says Doom Deary, so I'm assuming I'm not on this. Trixie Lulu Moon. Status healthy. Sanity 79. I need water. I'm sick as hell. Health 99. Sanity healthy. Sanity 64. Health 84. Starlight and Trixie have been appointed as the head ponies for finding a cure or vaccine, if anything, by Princess Luna. They are allowed to access Twilight's containment cell, which is the most amazing thing to look at, and being able to see things that Celestia has censored for everyone else, granted full access by means of royal accent. Starlight is stressed, afraid to be unable to complete a task that Twilight couldn't even do. Luna's aware of her high expectations, but she isn't given much of a choice. Trixie and Starlight are the most powerful unicorns that she can access, after having no access to the Crystal Empire and Sunset Shimmer going off the grid completely. The two are currently trying to find out why the mutated strain of swamp fever no longer reacts to flash bee honey, and what possibly caused the mutation in the first place. Since the first strain was curable, they believe that if they can locate the original strain, they could use it to make a vaccine to give the bodies the antibodies the antibodies to fight off the new mutated strain. But to find it, they need to go off to the swamps of Everfree Forest. Whoa, where the mutated strain runs rampant. Journey Princess Luna is not a journey Princess Luna is not willing to risk just yet. The stress and sights of her task have taken a toll on Starlight's sanity, but Trixie keeps her sane and calm enough to push through. She doesn't know where she'd be without her. Yuri. Trixie begun this feeling honored, excited even, to be recognized for her magic ability, but the gravity of their task has become extremely burdening. Sure, she's quarreled with Twilight, but she wouldn't wish her fate on anyone. It's horrific, and she vouches for Twilight says she's in constant pain, unable to scream in agony after the roots took hold among her vocal cords. Luna sympathies, but refuses to have Twilight die, using magic to slow the growth of the infected as much as she can, in hopes that Twilight can be used for a cure. Starlight agrees with Luna. Trixie can't bear to visit Twilight much anymore. Trixie sees the mental toll everything has taken on her girlfriend, and she tries her best to keep Starlight laughing and happy. Despite the circumstances, she knows her jokes aren't as funny as Starlight makes them seem, though. But Starlight is losing sleep and eating less, and it's worrying. Starlight refuses to listen when Trixie insists for a break. When Trixie did visit Twilight, she got a lot of headway. Twilight is rather docile compared to the ponies outside the bubble trying to get in, but Twilight hasn't said much but apologies for what Trixie doesn't know, and Luna doesn't know either. But what Twilight has to do with something with all of this, Trixie is sure. Yuri! Yuri! Spike. Oh my god. I love this. If you couldn't tell, I'm literally like crashing now. I love this. Alright. Healthy, sanity 59, health 100. Spike against all odds is still alive and healthy. He went with Rarity and Twilight to Canterlot when Twilight first got infected. He watches Celestia kept the whole ordeal under wraps, and he's aware of Rarity's plan to leave Canterlot. He's insisted on going with her, but Rarity refuses to put Spike in danger, not after losing Twilight, leaving Spike in Canterlot. Spike helps out Luna in the unicorns work in the lab in an attempt to be useful, but he usually spends most of his time watching Twilight. He'll sometimes just sit there with Trixie and talk to her. Not that either of them get much of an answer. Everything is confusing and he's completely lost without her. Oh my gosh, I love this. Nobody cares. Yuri just. It's literally Applejack and Rainbow Dash. Oh my gosh, yes. Ah. By the way, this AU was made by Oleander on TikTok, and it's amazing. You're not lost, Rarity. You can't be lost. He left Canterlot a few hours ago. I'm giving her she's British now, okay? Surely this forest leads to Ponyville one way or another. Crunch. What happened to you? Cheerily? I don't think she can see me. I just need to walk away. Slowly. Stop. Oh, no. Oh, wait. No, 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 you step back. Help. Holy. Oh. Stand down, Gummy. Rarity? Is that really you? I'm so glad I found you. Pinkie Pie. Status healthy. 100%. Sanity 100% stable. Health 100% stable. With the mask. I love that. I love Pinkie Pie. Despite having no true evidence of her friend's survival, her optimism and crocodilian companion have kept her perfectly sane. She may hold a slight grudge with her friends ignoring her warnings, but she holds no resentment. Pinkie could go tell something was wrong from the get go, and despite her frantic warnings, nobody listened to her, which was usual, but the danger ahead was not. Water. but the danger ahead was not. Pinky trusted her intuition and hid in one of her multiple bunkers not long after Twilight and Rarity left for Camelot. Who doesn't have a fully decked out Apocalypse bunker? She and Gummy had been holed up for about a week before resurfacing to check the damage. Discovering the ruin that was Ponyville, she never made it back to Apple Acres before turning back. Maybe if she kept going, she'd know if one of her friends were alive. I love how she has her queen look out. Like, that's so cute. Okay, I've already... Oh my gosh! They're so cute! Gummy, or not so Gummy, was in fact not a toothless crocodile. His teeth simply had not come in yet. Over the years, he's rapidly grown out of his small gummy phase, but his loyalty has always been for Pinky. He first stayed uninfected when Pinky first left her bunker. He's shown zero signs of infection despite the bodily fluids entering his stomach. Either he's immune or his stomach is too strong, boiling away at anything infected before it can enter his bloodstream. He has not been bitten hard enough to break through the scales, so it's unknown if a bite would infect him or not. He has not come in contact with high amounts of spores either. Status immune? Sanity? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Health 97. And then
Heart to heart.
Myra Heartstring. Status healthy. Sanity 62. Health 89. Lyra and Bonbon have both had hurdles, but they have taken the whole apocalypse thing in great stride. The two work with Fluttershy to clear hordes of infected that surround the Acre campaign. Compound, I meant. I'm thinking of D&D. Apocalypse, lesbian, supremacy. Yeah. But Bonbon uses her experience from working with the Secret Monster Intelligence League of Equestria, or SMILE, to her advantage. Though she's lost contact with the HQ, she hopes cavalry to come to assist, or the very least the Canterlot military, but she will protect her wife and her friends until help arrives, if help arrives. Status healthy. Sanity 88, health 94. Ooh, Apple Acres and Christmas on fire. Ooh, oh no. There's Red Heart. Infected, stage 1. Sanity 72, unstable. Health 65, declining. In dire need of a break. She's far too busy treating and exterminating ponies to treat and even examine herself. The infection is going easily unnoticed as a symptom of her fatigue rather than one of the causes. Head nurse of the Apple Acres Safehold Field Hospital, unaware of the infected, entered one of the scrapes after treating an infected pony. She has to turn away so many early infected ponies from entering the safehold. She has to examine ponies to make sure they are healthy for allowing them to enter. It is mentally and physically exhausting. Many ponies getting violent with internal infection who kick and scrape at Red Heart. Whoa, I love my favorite princess is Big Mac. Status healthy. Sanity 78. Stable. Health 89. Stable. Big Mac has taken over operations of the Apple Acres Safehold and took the responsibility without thinking twice. He isn't quite sure how to feel about losing Apple Bloom. He's in a state of shock and has no time to sit down to cope with the death of his baby sister. He is the only pony other than Applejack that knows about Rainbow, and he vows to keep her secret until Rainbow either gets aggressive or starts spreading spores. And once that happens, a Rainbow will be kicked out. Near the beginning of the outbreak, Big Mac was crushed by a collapsed roof in a building when he was rushed full of scared ponies and infected alike. His yoke got crushed and the wood splintered inwards, cutting his neck and shoulders. The injuries have healed fine, but Mac is no longer able to lift as much as he used to. Ooh, oh, I love Fluttershy. Wow.
In the moonlight, my honey, I know with the dawn that you
Oh,
will
heck
be
no.
gone.
Or
But
run.
tonight you belong to me. Way down along the street. How very, very
Yeah, you.
sweet.
Oh, wait.
How very,
Hey, you've been kind of off
very
lately.
sweet it
Great.
would seem
Oh, I don't want to be a bother. I'm tired. I'm just tired.
once
Totally fine.
more just to
crash out. Um, but that was absolutely awesome. If like um this AU was made by Oleander. Uh, go check him out if you ever see my gosh dang channel. It was awesome. Wait, this is oh wait, but that is all for this video. It is awesome. I love the AU. That was a really long AU. But yeah, that was amazing. BK do crime. Peace out, my little bronies. Blah.